What's up, Dolphins fans? Travis Wingfield here, the host of the Drive Time Podcast on the Miami Dolphins Podcast Network, and I'm thrilled to be joined today by Trent Sherfield, new Dolphins receiver. What's up, Trent?
What's going on? How we doing?
We're doing good, man. How you feeling? How's it feel to be here and be a Miami Dolphin?
I'm excited. I'm really blessed. I really just first just give credit to God. I'm really so blessed to just have this opportunity to be here with obviously Mike McDaniel, obviously Wes Welker, and just ready to just put my best foot forward and just make my mark in this league.
So you mentioned McDaniel and Welker and John Embry here as well. I want to talk about that here in just 1 second. But is that kind of what attracted you here to the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah, I would say so. Just coming from San Fran and seeing how Mike operated, seeing how Wes operated, seeing how Coach Embo operated. It's just how I play. It's just how I work. It's everything that I stand for in life. And those guys, it's kind of hard not to get behind coaches like that that actually care, about their players and actually want to see their guys succeed.
How has he helped you become a better football player, Wes Welker?
Oh, he's pushed me. He's last year he pushed me and he made me very, very uncomfortable with things that I did. Just learning different things as far as releases and. Yards after the catch. That's one of the biggest things that he emphasized, and just not being that prima donna wide receiver, being a guy who's willing to go in and block, do dirty work, and also make the tough grabs and change the game. And he's really opened my eyes to what it takes to really be a really, really good receiver in this league.
We don't run the ball out of bounds, do we? We go for the end zone,
not
for the sidelines.
We trying to go score.
That's exactly right. So with Coach McDaniel here now, and you're back with him after being with him last year in San Francisco, what was it about him that kind of made you want to come reunite with Coach McDaniel?
Man, I would say McDaniel, he's a genius. Like he's literally a mastermind. When it comes to the run game, when it comes to the pass game, whatever it is, he's a genius. I remember talking to Mike before I actually got to San Fran, and he just, we were talking on the phone, and he just talked about how he, went through my tape and everything like that, and it just was crazy how he was just talking about how, how I can attack edges and just the way he was talking about the game and, being able to sit in meetings in San Fran and just, watch how he goes through the run install and, all those different things and just how he's able to pick apart the game and put guys in position to make plays. And, that to me was a no-brainer, and the whole staff, Shanahan, all those, I give kudos to all those guys over there. But, Mike Daniel, Mike was, he like I said, he's a genius. He's a genius.
You mentioned the video and the tape he showed you. I heard a cool number that he had like 890,000 cut-ups that he had prepared over the course of his career for examples of how to do certain things. Do you have a story you can tell us about a time that he had a certain cut-up or maybe some way that he used video to help you get better?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I remember one time Wes, I think Wes was out, I think during like OTAs or something like that, and Mike came in and kind of took over the wide receiver meeting. And I mean, we just literally sat there just, talking about releases, talking about, snapping down at the top of the route and everything like that. And like I said, it opened my eyes. I've been fortunate and blessed enough to have some really great coaches and, Coach Jerry Sullivan, who's a longtime great coach in Arizona, and, talking about footwork and all those type of things. But, being with Mike and being with Wes, like, it's about footwork and those type of things, but it's also just about just being that dog, just being, catching the ball and just having that mentality, and just competing on a day in and day out basis.
Yeah, that sounds good. We're looking forward to seeing that on the football field.
Absolutely.
So it's not just your coaches you have a kind of reunion here with.
Yeah.
2/3 of the three amigos. I read a story about you, Trent, and Kirk over in Arizona. Chase.
Yeah.
Chase.
Yeah.
But so how excited are you to be back here with Chase Edmonds here in Miami?
Man, I'm so excited. I actually just got off the phone with him a couple of hours ago, and we were just talking, and we were just talking about just how, God just brought it all full circle. And, me, Chase, and Kirk, we came in together in 2018 as rookies, not having any idea what to do. The only thing we knew how to do was just work. Yeah. And we worked hard. And I want to say congratulations to Kirk, on his new deal, because there's like a lot of people don't see the talks and the lonely nights and everything that, that guys had to put in to get to that point. And me and Kirk and Chase, we've had those talks where it's like, man, like keep believing, we got to keep working, and all the ups and downs and everything like that. And so proud of my brothers. Obviously so excited to be back with Chase, and I just think it's just come back full circle, and I'm just ready to get out there and ball with my brother.
It was fun to meet him yesterday. He's quite a character.
100%. Yes, he is. 100%.
You talk about the way you work, and I mean, undrafted free agents. That's how you have to make a name for yourself in this league, right? You got to work your way really up the ladder. So, what do you think is about your makeup that allowed you to defy those odds and become a guy that went from UDFA to now in your 5th season? Yeah, I mean, I would honestly say, and I really say this wholeheartedly, like without God, I wouldn't be here. That's who I put my faith in. That's who I put my trust in, and just being able to work. It gets hard at times. Having to continue to scratch and claw for every single thing that you earn. But at the end of the day, I know where I can be, and I know where I want to be. There's goals that I want to meet. I want to take care of my family. Obviously, build a legacy for my family and all those different things. And so that requires work, and I know that. And I remember a story. My stepdad, before I was going to college, he kind of told me, like, you're not working hard enough. And I remember my mom telling me, I can't afford for you to go to school. And so that woke something up in me. And ever since then, I've just been working and just trying to just grow, and just get 1% better every single day. And so doesn't really matter, not competing with anybody else. I just compete with myself, and just every single day, just try to get better and just try to achieve those goals that I want to achieve. And I read a story, and it seems like your work and the way you do things has kind of caught the attention of your coaches and your teammates. And I read the story about how last year in training camp, Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel, Jimmy Garoppolo were talking about how reliable you were, how they can always trust that you were going to be in the right spot when you needed to be there. Yeah. Why is it so important to be a guy that earns that trust in the offense that they can count on you in that way? Oh,
I think that's very vital. Being a guy that the quarterback can trust, and because you got to remember, you got monsters running at the quarterback, and there's guys that have to do their job. The lineman has to do his job. The running back has to do his job. The quarterback has to do his job. So to me, it's just simply executing. And whatever my job is, that's what my job is supposed to be, and I'm going to get it done to the best of my ability. And so I always take pride in that. I always take pride in making sure that I know the offense, in and out, know every position, right. Be a guy that can be, indispensable, because the more you can do, that's what they always say, right? The more you can do, the longer you'll be around. And so that's one thing that I always try to pride myself on. And, trying to just be that guy that's always in that right position just to, make that play for the team, or just always making sure that I'm locked in and focused and, ready to execute.
That must be a theme here. I've heard that the more you can do with a lot of the guys that I've sat down and talked to here. So you guys kind of all fit in that same mold. So you mentioned being there for your quarterback. Have you had a chance to kind of see Tua's game and what stands out about his game that you like?
Yeah, I've actually been able to watch Tua a lot. The thing I like about Tua, he's a competitor. He's a dog. He's a winner, and that's something that you can easily get behind. I remember watching the Saints game. I want to say, I'm watching the Saints game that they played, because we had San Fran. We had I forget what the scenario was. I think Miami had to win for us in order to get a chance to get to the playoffs.
Gotcha,
and
yep.
Just remembering, I remember him making a mistake, and he came back, and I think he threw a touchdown, and it's just like you can see that he puts things behind him. Puts things behind him really quick, and he just wants to win. He's just a competitor. And you can see that, even at the Bama days, like, you have no choice but to get behind a guy like that who's a winner, and who's somebody who's at the, in his case, he's at the fight, for where he's been at too, so that's something that you can easily get behind.
We love to hear that. It was a third long ball. He hit like a 40-yard pass. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Absolutely. In that Saints game back on Monday Night Football too. Yep. So, you talk about playing receiver, but you've also had a lot of success on special teams in your career. Mm-hmm. What do you enjoy about what part of playing in that third phase of the game do you enjoy the most?
I would say that, to me, I take it as a challenge, because I feel like a lot of people, they don't really understand how important the kicking game is. It's very, very important. It's very vital to the game. You can't win games without all three phases, and I've learned that throughout my career, how important it is that, hey, if the offense is backed up, and we have to punt the ball, and we might not get enough hang time because the punter's getting rushed. Like, it's on the gunners to get down there and go make a play. And if you don't, then it might be a touchdown, or it's a big play. And so any pivotal moment on the kicking game can change the entire game. And so for me, I just kind of take it as a challenge, and obviously it's something that I've had to do, to keep a jersey, and I take pride in that, and that's how I keep the lights on, that's how I keep food in my mouth, and so for me, I take it very, very personally, when I have the opportunity to go out there on a kicking game on the third phase, and obviously I want to break through as a receiver and everything like that, but in due time.
I love that you mentioned that, because I used to watch the NFL Network highlights, and Deion Sanders would always say, we only show punt highlights when it's a big play or a mistake. Right. So that's kind of how it goes,
exactly,
right? Big plays on special teams.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and finish up here. We talked a lot of football. We appreciate that. The fans are going to love it.
Yeah.
But you're down here in South Florida. Have you been here much in the past? And if yes or if no, what's one thing you can't wait to go do outside of football and really enjoy the South Florida culture?
I haven't been here that much. I've come down here with a couple of my teammates in college. We came down here for spring break, but my wife is actually from Orlando.
Oh, okay.
And so I've been to Orlando a lot of the times, but I love Florida. It's all I remember writing down in my journal. Write down in my journal a couple of years ago that I wanted to live in Florida. I wanted to build my family in Florida. So as soon as I got off the plane, I felt that humidity. I was like, yes. Like,
really?
I felt at home.
Response all the time.
Yeah. So it's just like I felt that stickiness, and I know that's a weird answer, but I just felt at home. And because I was in Arizona too, where you get that dry heat, and I didn't necessarily like that. I much rather like the humidity. But I think the one thing that I really would like to do is just kind of just soak in the weather, and just spend a lot of time with my wife. I got 2 pups, and just getting ready to build a family and everything like that, and just just be at peace with my wife, whether that be walking the beach or whatever it may be. Just have fun.
You got here in just enough time to enjoy the part where before it gets way too hot, so you can go to the beach and go on walks and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
Enjoy it, man. Thanks a lot. Trent Sherfield, the Dolphins wide receiver. Appreciate it.
Thank you.